Okay, yeah, I have no idea when this thing starts recording or not, so I'm just gonna be starting doing random shit every time it opens. Um, New camera angle, if you haven't noticed. I Tomorrow is October 13th, which marks exactly a year from the time I moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, out of Oklahoma City. It is and yeah, what's different year to year? And I think that's probably a good opener since I've been neglecting doing this every day. I just, like, a lot of shit is piled on my plate. I've been trying to finish a whole bunch of projects and figure out where other starting projects are going. I hate being vague about it, but I don't like talking about stuff that I don't have ready to present. And I'm recently trying to just, I don't know. I've been wrestling with this entire thing over the last year now that I'm realizing this all just wreckage from moving out of Oklahoma City. I don't know where I got this. This is not a whole, this is a year in retrospect. But the year in retrospect has to do with, some people will read this as, oh, me hating on Oklahoma because of this. No, I think it was moving out of that environment enabled me to think more clearly about this. I'm not blaming them for me not thinking about it earlier. I am just going, from year to year. A year ago I wasn't thinking about this, and this year I am kind of thinking about things that I spent a long time in Oklahoma convincing myself that no one wanted to buy products if I put them out. I don't have any evidence to support this, and I'm not this is the angle of the crazy. This is why this is the Psychotic Diary. I'm saying this is one of the crazy shit that fucking just happens. It's some little seed takes root in the back of the fucking brain, and then it just grows, and it's been growing. And I don't blame Oklahoma for it. I think Oklahoma's environment did not enable me to see it before now. And I think, move again. This is the year in retrospect. Moving out here was good, because now I'm looking at that going, oh yeah, that's I kind of got to deal with that if I really don't want to have a day job anymore. Because, for me to, in my brain, think no one wants to buy things that I put out is not a good way to start wanting to try to make your crazy pay your bills. Let's be honest here. That's what's going on. All I like doing on stage anymore is all I like doing is being on stage. I love my day job. Is the best day job a person as crazy as I am could have, and I fucking lucked into a company that actually does a good job of not. A year in retrospect, Napa out here, different than Napa in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City Napa was different from working in every other place I worked in Oklahoma City. It's the only place I lived in Oklahoma, and the places I worked there made me feel like, well, no, they didn't even make it. I had places that told me to my face the only reason why I'm here is because I don't fuck up, because I don't know. I've always gotten the attitude from people in Oklahoma, or at least the, what do you call them, normal people in Oklahoma, like the people I worked for, it was just, you're lucky we were even hiring you, because, you don't look like all of us. You obviously don't like any of the things we like. It was, you're here and drawing a paycheck and keeping yourself alive because you haven't pissed us off yet. Like, I don't deserve success just because I don't want to look like everybody else or subscribe to. Yeah, here it's a lot of Napa and Albuquerque is great. These people are awesome. I like coming to work. I have some residual habits that I'm trying to get over that I have a whole other thing that I want to talk about. I'm probably spending about 3 minutes on it. The residual, I'm realizing some of my work habits are also some of my crazy habits. But when you think about it, with an 8-hour shift, some of the fucking reinforced things that happen day to day in a pattern is a way that your crazy can fucking find its way into work its little, it's all fucking, yeah. Insanity is a fucked up thing to deal with. It's a hive mind. You're dealing with a collective. Tonight I'm headlining at a comedy show. I get to do 20 minutes, I think. 20 minutes, which is more than I have 20 minutes of new material. I have 20 minutes of new stuff. In a year, I have 20 minutes of new stuff. I'm not even going to be talking about the stuff that happened a year ago that so, new bones for the crazy to chew on that need to pay more attention than the old bones that seem to be systematically trying to sabotage my stability here. And I don't like that. But like a year later, as a crazy person that transplanted where he lived, I can say this is a lot better. Right now, at least, I don't know. It's fucking crazy as a fucking tide. It's a chaos. It's a chaos sea. But I do find that the waters are calmer here for me because it's all familiar waters. I don't know how to explain. That's the best I can explain it in basic terms. Some of the things that I spent the constant worry about in Oklahoma aren't here. So yeah, that's there. On a base level, that's got to be what's going on, is that the things that I spent 20 years living in Oklahoma worrying about, I'm not worrying about here. So yeah, better place. Yeah. As a dying person who's trying to carve out the last of his existence as the fucking cookie crumbles, I'd rather not have the things that I spent 20 years worrying about when I was living in Oklahoma. And now I get to go and do, I get to be, wrestling terms. I get to be the main event guy. With some new material that I am pretty much been solitarily focused on turning into a nice 20-minute stream of fucking cool. At least what I think. I'm gonna, I've been writing this improv and shooting from the hip thing. Tonight I'm gonna focus on the shoots. I'm gonna do scripted shoots for you wrestling fans. You know what it's saying? I said I'm a main event guy. Nah, I've worked out my card with my jokes. I've got my openers. I've got my mid-carders. I've got my main eventers. Hopefully, tonight I will leave the crowd with exactly like a good wrestling show. You had a good opening, you had a good build, and you closed out great. Closed out strong. So, we'll see what happens. That's what makes it the fun. This is the newest. I'm going to buy the new camera angle is the way I had to. I've realized over the last few weeks that putting the camera on top of the laptop and staring at myself as I'm staring at the camera isn't good for me because I did fucking stare at the reflection instead of the fucking camera. And I did some other things. There's a gloomy bear behind. There's all kinds of night. I've done everything short of putting in large black letters behind the camera. Stare here! Because, I'm a fucking crazy ass shithead that goes all over the place. Especially when often my peripheral vision is a reflection of what I'm saying into the camera. Anyway, so we'll see how this works. I may not have to look at... I may have to take that part out of it entirely. But again, the diary's growing. I'm working on it. We shall continue to work on it henceforth. Thank you for staying around. And for you old schoolers, thanks for hanging in there. It's going to get better. I'm working on it. All right? Love y'all. Chaos rules.